Hey everyone, Britta here. If this is your first time here, I'm a spiritual transformational life coach, and it's my goal for this channel to help you overcome the obstacles that are standing in the way of you living your best and most authentic life. Today, I want to talk about synchronicities. Now, if you've been around for a while, you'll probably be very familiar with synchronicities and what they are. But if you're somebody who is searching and asking questions right now, chances are you're just starting to see them. And with synchronicities, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the moment that you think about somebody and they call you on the phone or they send you a text message. I'm talking about you get a song stuck in your head and you turn the radio on and all of a sudden there it is, and it might be a song that you haven't heard for years. I'm talking about when you start seeing synchronicities with numbers and you start noticing the clock at 1:11 or 11:11 or 12:12 or 5:55. Things like that. So what are these synchronicities? These synchronicities, in the most simplest form, is the universe talking to you. A lot of the times you'll start to see the synchronicities right before you quote unquote wake up. What does it mean to wake up? Well, essentially what they're trying to do is, you can call it your guides, you can call it your angels, you can call it God, you can call it the universe, whatever is more comfortable for you. The term really doesn't matter, because the point is to get you to start asking questions that you've never asked before. Questions like, who am I? What happens after we die? Do I really believe all of these things that I've been told over the years, either from my family, from society, from the government, from religion? And you start questioning your beliefs, not to reject them or judge them, but to make them your own. When we question what it is that we believe in the world, we're able to decide for ourselves what we want to believe and what we don't want to believe, what makes sense to us and what really doesn't make sense at all. You get to choose what you want to believe. You get to choose what paradigms and belief systems that you want to play in. So when you hear the term people are waking up, it's not obviously that you've been walking around asleep this whole time. It's that maybe your awareness of the world has been dimmed down to just your place that you live, either your city or your town, your state, your country, and you really don't have a broader aspect of what's going on in the world, what's going on with other people even. You've always been told this one thing. You've always understood that life is this one particular way, or you might understand that based upon our free will, that there are multiple different choices that can lead to different outcomes. But ideally, there is a right way to do things and a wrong way to do things. When people start to wake up, they start to question these belief systems and paradigms. They start to make educated decisions for themselves. They start doing research. You might find yourself getting really, really excited about this knowledge that you just learned, about this epiphany that you just had, about yourself, about the world, about the universe, about God. Something is just driving you for more. You have this insatiable thirst for knowledge and wisdom, and you find yourself searching and searching and searching, and you go down these rabbit holes that you've never thought of before, and it blows your mind because now you're starting to look at the world with a much more open mind, a much more open perspective, and you're willing to accept things as potential that you would have never been open to before. And you're not necessarily at a place where you're making decisions and changing your mind. You're not necessarily letting go of these belief systems you were raised in, such as religion or anything like that. You are educating yourself on what is out there and why, and at least being open to the possibility that what you have been raised to believe is either incorrect or there might be more to the story. In its most simplest form, that's what waking up is. It's people being open-minded enough to start questioning the things that they were taught, start doing their own research, start looking at other people's perspectives or point of view, looking at proof of different arguments on both sides, and feeling for yourself what resonates with you and what does not resonate with you. So where does synchronicities come into this? Think of synchronicities as a roadmap to kind of help you along your journey. The more you start to see these synchronicities, the faster your journey takes you down the road of discovery. So if you start to see 9/11 per se, that is a number that essentially says a awakening is coming. You might notice 9/11 on the clock. You might see it on an address as you drive by somebody's house. You might see it on somebody's license plate. You might see it on a sign. You might see it in text. If you see 911 all over the place, chances are you're starting to wake up, or you will soon have an awakening. Same thing with 111 or 1111. When you see multiples of ones, that's telling you you're on the right track, that a new revelation is coming to you. One of my favorite synchronicities that I've seen is 1212. Every time that I see 1212 on the clock, or see it really anywhere, I call it manifestation minute. And 1212 is more of a reminder to be conscious of what you're thinking in that moment. If you see 1212, stop yourself and say, okay, what was I just thinking about? What was I just intending? Or what kind of content was I just ingesting? What movie was I watching? Or what was I looking on my phone at? What was on my news feed as I was scrolling on Facebook? These things are very important because it reminds you that you have power over your world. And with your thoughts, whether you intend to or not, you can manifest your reality. So those are just a few of the examples of what some synchronicities could be. But anytime, especially when it comes to numbers, I highly recommend doing your research. If there's something that I don't remember what it means, or it's a new number sequence that I haven't seen before, I'll Google it and I'll just scroll through some articles until I find something that feels right. It's about trusting your intuition. It's time that we all start trusting our intuitions, believing in ourselves, to have the wisdom and ability to understand the truth and recognize the truth when we're looking at it. Because if we always go based off of what other people say, what truth do we really have for ourselves? What can we really claim that we know? If you are looking the truth in the eye and everybody around you is saying that it's false, do you really want to let go of that actual truth that you've been searching for just because everybody tells you that it's wrong? And that's not always the case. But this is the whole point, to educate yourself and to understand what is going on. Trust your intuition. You have what it takes. You are equipped to understand the truth when you're looking at it, regardless of what people say. For anybody who's seeing synchronicities, either you're seeing numbers or things are just popping up out of the blue that you just were thinking about, pay attention to these things. They're telling you that you're on the right direction. You're on the right path. Your angels are there and they're cheering you on, saying, yes, you've got this. Keep going. Keep asking questions. Keep searching. You will find your purpose. You will find your truth. You will find your answers. Every time you see a synchronicity, you can just say, thank you, God. Thank you, angels. Thank you, universe, for letting me know that I am loved, letting me know that you're here with me, letting me know that I'm in the right direction. And if you have any questions, please comment them below. Let's start a conversation about this. If you've had experiences with synchronicities, put some of your favorite stories down below. Help other people understand that they're not alone. There's a lot of people who are experiencing these things. They've never experienced them before. Some of y'all, you've been experiencing them your whole life. Some of you guys have been the last couple of years. But there's a whole bunch of people who are not where you're at, and your stories will help them. And there might be something that you've experienced that I have not experienced, but they read your story and they're like, oh my gosh, I resonate with that. Oh, yes, absolutely. That's exactly what happened to me. We start the conversation, we build this community together, and oh my gosh, guys, that is where the magic happens. So thank you so much for being here with me today. I love y'all, and I will see you next time.